I was about to take it back because, like, thinking about it, I mean, track record against a Lancelot, you're up against a Cho, you're up against an Eve, it might be hard for a Fredrin. But then in this scenario, it's like the lesser of all possible evils.
Yeah. So this is basically RSG cornering Omega. Like, this is their best pick, and like we can deal with it. Let them pick it. And the Kufra doesn't have to be here. Like, if they were rushing for the Kufra, RSG can't do anything about it anymore. Like, they made their bet. They have to lay in it.
Yeah, they're totally cornered now. So Omega just is the only team who does it on the second phase of like picking the Fredrin, and they're really on to calculating what's the possibility of what it can do, regardless of how the patch works.
Yeah.
What's Eman gonna do though? Does he go Claude?
To Brody. Dexter is open.
Claude. And it's a
Claude.
Toms. Oh. Interesting. So it's like they really want to fight in this box of the Eve.
All right.
Set up on XOR, then all goes.
Yeah, I honestly thought they'd go for more dive or the glue.
The thing about Toms is he's one of the
And glue was
safest
open.
XP laners that can actually make a difference in any metagame.
Yeah.
Like, Uranus is too pacifist.
Yeah.
But Thams is like kind of the best of both worlds.
Yeah, he can sustain, but he's also a little bit more active.
And can kind of dive if he wants to find those.
Yeah.
You know, find people in the back line.
Pull everything, knowing how Naths react to it in terms of positioning and how to separate the team.
So is this a Kufi?
Is this a Kufra?
Yeah.
It's a Kaja. On the side of Smart Omega, is it... Okay, so we have a Kaja, they have a pull. In terms of team fights and caging everybody down, they know how to separate the power of RSG.
I like this. I like we're seeing a lot more options for teams. A lot of the obvious options that we got used to, teams are now thinking, hey, maybe we could try something else. And that makes things a lot more exciting, at the same time unpredictable in terms of going up against it.
I guess they also did not like how Game 2 felt to them. So they would rather be the aggressor here this time around.
Yeah.
Okay, could be a change that they need to do. So now let's see how game number 3 unfolds, because right now we're looking at how RSG could climb up to their ranks and Smart Omega is sitting down. Let's see how their own flavor and their own way makes it through this game number 3.
Yeah, looking at the picks here. See, I feel like the Kaja's going to be an even bigger... Just like in game number 1, a Kaja will be very instrumental here for the potential success of Omega if they're going to go for it. So we're seeing the rise here of, well, I mean, this is like one of the favorite picks here for Omega to put up the tenacity on their R-Lot. Top side, though, a lot of action already.
Oh, Luis being a primary target. It's 2 from RSG. Here comes the reinforcement of Miko, trying to hold and poke down 2-on-2 up top.
Oh,
Luis
they're still fighting.
Now flickered out. Got the resource. Nats. He's not letting him go. And a flicker onto the turret right here. Lewis and 2-on-2 from Omega RSG. Nat secures first blood. And Miko is seeing another deal. And he's not letting go of Nats. Will the damage make it through?
No.
He makes it.
First kill.
What? Miko is still alive, but that is one thing you cannot escape. A 2-2 early game.
A hot start for these two teams. And I think we already got a confirmation as to why they picked the Toms. They wanted to play aggro early on.
Talking about pressure and not wasting any moment. Talking about game phase on. Man, the change here forced out 2 flickers and a lot of ways of trying to repeat in game numbers, because in that point, RSG forced Omega to be defensive.
Yeah, and now, members of RSG already in the jungle of Omega. Gonna get that scaled lizard. Still even early on, jungler rotations not disrupted, although XP lane, a lot of action there. Seems like that might be a bit of the play here for RSG. Try to delay Lewis, and that is a respect for the R-Lot pickup. I think that's one of the trends we might see. The more R-Lot is getting picked, early pressure onto a hero that proves to be quite, well, I'll be blunt about it, annoying to go up against.
Yeah, he is a total momentum breaker. Lewis delayed now, and he is still on level 3. Rice, on the other hand, has the algo of the turtle. We have 2 members of RSG right now looking to contest this second objective. What's it going to be? H2 is here. Light is
There's
here.
a knock-up and a kick. Ryzen finally gets it. Breaking the Lancelot turtle streak. And H2 walking away. No, it's not going to let him go. That's 2K for Omega's rookie.
Omega turning that around. And that is why the R-Lot is such a contested pick now. How well he can fight early on. The moment he hits level 4, he gets to chain those vengeances together. Difficult for teams to go up against topside though. That's going to be Nas getting pressured.
Oh, he pops the vengeance himself. And I'm talking about the battle spell. Can General Kai walk away? No, he's sent into the realm of spirits himself.
That's under pressure playing in the ears of RSG right now.
Oh my god, imagine getting smacked back to back by R-Lot and Fredrin. That sounds fun and not fun at the same time.
I'd like it, Fredrin. I don't want to be in the one center spot that your momentum breaks. How's the items here?
There's Swift Crossbow actually being built up here by Nats. Going to be rushing that Corrosion Scythe. Favorite pickup now actually for the Thomases of the world. Has been so for a while. Other than that, everything looks right and dandy, although there is already Calamity Reaper on the side of Kelra. At the same time, Stome also prioritized the build onto the Enchanted Talisman, wants to maximize the cooldown reduction that he can get.
Well, damage reduction. We're talking about how smart Omega can build through this because of the defenses of RSG right now. Could be scary in the longer stages of the game. But now rotation, these 3 members of the Barangay completely pressuring RSG right now to respond either defensively or passively with their skill set.
I mean, if we started off the way we did Game 3 here, there's really this only way to go for Omega, right? Especially since you took the first turtle, you have to go with the momentum. If you let it go, you lose.
It's a tug of war.
Yeah, exactly. It's literally the tug of war, and then you decide, let's say you were winning somewhat, you got like a foot or not, you let go a little. Just because you're winning, that's a losing strategy.
You need to have a good balance in this battle because RSG and Omega has a way of pushing forward through this match of the day.
Yep, and now look at this turtle, less than half health, maybe a third of it. Ryzen pulling it away, and he still gets it. Mindstorm, he has the RWM. Oh no, that's a knock-up on the Nats, and it's now RSG's or Nats are back. Exhort pops his own. Oh no, but Stome gets 1 kill down. Goes the Guardian of the Spirit Realm.
Nas can only do so much to absorb damage and hold the front line here. This is the scaling lineup for RSG. You have a scaling mage in Eve, a scaling marksman on the Claude there. And right now, that's why Omega, as you boys mentioned, they cannot let go of this tempo. They just have to keep it up. The more aggro they play, the more fast they play, the more time you are building up for yourself and delaying the inevitable build-up of RSG slate. So let's look at the gold laners. Slightly behind is Eman, already built up that Demon Hunter sword, but that is it so far for him.
Wait, in before that's the newly minted Rose Gold Meteor. Is that what Eman is building?
Could be.
Could be on the way, right?
Well, there's a lot of magic damage side of Smart Omega. Could be a possibility.
It's 3 main magic damage dealers. Could be. Oh, there's a pull by Miko. Dropping the Z-Force. And light flickers off. No one down.
Okay. Still see possibilities how they wanted to counter, but Feather of Heaven is up for Kelra. Oh!
How about mid though? There's a knock-up. RWM on RWM. It's squares on squares on squares. And now Nats pops his own ult, but he still goes down. Lewis vengeances into his vengeance.
Oh, it's going to take a while. The gambit there is called by RSG. They are able to hold on to mid and they get the bottom tower. They lose a member, but it looked like that was the play all along. RSG would have wanted to get out of that without a casualty, but in that scenario, that's the best thing you can get.
Yep, but again, Omega able to find a clapback anyways, because Lewis and Storm are going to push top.
Well, they have the damage, you have the way of clearing their all of the waves here. Defense is down 1 onto RSG.
Oh.
Turtle is up.
Oh, watch light though. Watch light and exhort. Are they going to find Lewis? Lewis doesn't have a flicker.
No.
Backs off.
They're not committing.
All right, that's fine. No contest for this last turtle of the game, though. So, again, 3 turtles over to the Fredrin.
And along with the early game aggressive start that RSG tried to pull off, I think we also understand why they now picked up the Toms. They wanted to focus on sustain and holding lanes, although they didn't get to hold the XP lane for themselves. I think RSG knew going into this game that, yeah, they, in terms of the lineup-wise, early to mid-game will favor Omega. So RSG just thought about, you know what, let's just hold for as long as we can, build up a lineup for Eman to scale up, and then that's where we'll focus on.
And worry about where the hell could Miko be.
Yeah.
something's got to give. Like when you're drafting this way and you're up against a team like Omega that decided to start the game this early, this aggressive, something's got to give. And so far, I think RSG is keeping it close.
Keeping the trades and also being more cautious on what they wanted to give, because as you said, there's a window for RSG State Philippines to even fight back. But now can they hold off? Because Omega, as of this moment, becoming more aggressively dividing everything. They delay more for the possible progress of RSG.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
This is dangerous. Where Miko's walking in. Oh! Look at that. Flicker on dash out. H2 spends his ult. Kelra does the same. Mid lane gonna fall here. An ult spent in by Exort. And Storm as well. So, touche here for both RSG and OMG.
Now Omega already invading H2. Is he going to be able to get his purple buff? Omega with a conceal play.
Who are they gonna find? Purple goes on over to H2. Its rightful owner. Light very low. There's a taunt by Ryzen. Light conceals away. Another Z-Force by Kelra. This is a very tight corridor for Omega to pick this fight. Nats, just dashes on through. Oh, that horrifying.
He was keeping his balance right in the turret, and that's how RSG wanted to penetrate the backline. They were targeting Kelra. Both ultimates were used, but the peel wasn't enough for Smart Omega's defense.
For now, everything is clear. RSG want to hold for as long as they can for Eman, while Omega want to end this as quickly as possible. Going back to key to victory for RSG at the start of this matchup, take away the Harith from Kelra.
Shut down.
And shut him down. But now with Kelra on a Harith that tore through RSG in their first meeting this season, has RSG learned? Is RSG more ready to go up against the Filipino Savage on the signature hero?
At this point, Kelra's Harith, Harith's Kelra. Doesn't make a difference.
Kelrith.
It's like Chaknu's Kufra and Kufra's Chaknu.
Yes. And now look at this. Lord here, a third of its health. H2 not going to be in range at all to contest. Omega is going to make the most of this, 1.5, 2K gold lead? But look at RSG Slate, though, making some leeway up top.
Okay, cross-map objective for the Raiders to see Light and pushing down the base of Smart Omega, and they're willing to give that Lord. Just yet. For the items they have, I see they're respecting some possibility that they could be shut down.
Yeah, after back-to-back games of Lancelot's getting all the turtles this series, Ryzen said, I have had enough of that. All the objectives have gone to Ryzen, the turtles and the Lord as well. Omega, are they going to be able to convert this into a big win?
Well, a push.
Good looking for it. They go ahead and leave Tier 2 down bottom at about half its health. Now, interestingly enough, if anyone is going to beat the Tank-Salot, it's got to be one of the first few to actually introduce it into the league, right? It's got to be Ryzen.
Yep.
And a quick throwback to the later part of 2021, folks. That's about 2 years ago. It was Ryzen who debuted in the MPL with a signature Lancelot too. So he knows what he's doing.
He knows it like it's in the back of his hand. Lancelot, right on the hands of H2, struggled to make use of the ultimates to take those objectives. A big of a challenge to take the damage and items in. Now Omega is just pushing through. Take it for that fact. MPL Almanac.
Massive. Okay.
Oh, successful defense by RSG though.
Still working it through.
Omega will look to break in this middle tower, but there goes the pop from the turret. So I think Omega might not be able to get an inhibitor here unless RSG fumble the bag here from this bottom one.
Yep, ults are still up. A lot of green for Smart Omega. Battle spells as well. They're taking it very slow though, very methodical here. They know what they're dealing with.
Yeah, with Nats being present, they have high sustain more if especially he wants to be a sacrifice for this defense.
Okay, no more pop for the turret here. Here comes the real world.
RWM. Oh, Phantom Execution into his own death. Storm confirms the kill. H2 falls. RSG Slate are a man down. A conceal here by Miko. Who are they going to find? Oh, there's a punish. The Blazing Duet. By Eman. Miko is the first to fall. There's a flicker on out by Light. He survives. They take their quarry. It's Nats who falls on the other side. 2 for 1 is the trade, but all inhibitors still stand.
Still lacking the damage here for Eman's Claude. Well, he's clawing slowly to getting more damage in, but Omega were able to eat up that Blazing Duet without a problem. Actually, RSG made the right call there, even though it was Omega going for the conceal. The moment H2 was able to force out the Divine Judgment from the Kaja, it's like you could look that you could feel like RSG were more confident taking a fight even if Omega were the one to initiate it. Hence why they were able to eventually get a kill out of Miko. Interesting item build here, by the way, by Stome. Really prioritizing the cooldown reduction and the bounce of the resonance passive coming in from the lightning truncheon.
Yep.
Built up here by the Stome, by this Valentina. You don't usually see Valentinas rock the lightning truncheon anymore.
Imagine having magic damage right onto a quicksand on how Omega dictates every team fight on this one. Also forced Nas to actually build Athena Shield early on to get an extra defense, because in that peel, they had it through, but Nas was trying to even separate the damage, but H2's the only one left.
Concealed play by Miko. They spot out Core H2. No one home. And just like that, they make the most of the absence of RSG on the map, taking this Luminous Lord.
Yeah, now RSG just needs to hold. How can they, though? They have the right tools. Exort, though, still only level 12. A lot of the members of RSG 2 levels behind to their lane counterparts. Dire straits here for the Raiders. It's going to take a massive defense here to hold. They have to be careful not to get picked off by Light. They have to watch out for the final slash flicker combo coming in from Lewis. A lot of things to watch out for here if you're RSG.
Oh, the Lord crashes on to that mid lane inhibitor. Now it's down. Bottom lane going to be next up on the docket. OMG's RTWR slowly rising. And now, Inhibitor's gonna bite the dust as well. Keldra playing Demolition Man, wearing his hard hat, ruining that major objective. Slowly but surely, RSG's gonna have to play within their own base.
Oh, they're caging down there, and they need the mercy of the turrets right in their towers. Who are gonna get
Oh! There's a pull on the Light. Ain't nobody getting kicked. And now even Airman falls. That's a 2 for none. Lewis holding on. Gets taken down by Exort. The inhibitor is still standing. Look at Stome jumping on through, clearing this wave. The last inhibitor falls. Smart Omega, they smell blood in the water. They can go for the finish here.
Oh, the minion wizards are crashing in.
Oh, Nats doing his best to pull him out. There's a Z-Force. Nats in trouble. Keldra takes him down. H2 dashing on through. Look at the base. Look at the base. Smart Omega take down the reigning MSC champions 2-1.
right on to point.